All right, and here we are back with the two teams. And welcome, guys. Thanks for coming for the interviews.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ken.
So I guess we'll just kick it off. Epps, Snowblind, do you have any questions for the teams?
All right, so let's start with the winners, MGE. How did you guys feel like you played?
I think we played pretty well. Sorry to cut you off there.
Not
I think
forgiven. No, it's
Bland's was a bit, I don't know, a bit sloppy, a bit frustrating at times. But I think once we got into process, I mean, like winning Bland's was like a real confidence boost for us. And then process is our map. We just love that map, so I think we felt quite comfortable with it.
Yeah, I think on Bland's we rushed things a little bit too much. Like we were too keen to get really aggro and push into last, and it just lost us quite a few points. And then process, like Rote said, it's our map. We know how to play it. We like to play it slow, and like I think we did it pretty well though.
Yeah,
It was
definitely. It seems
pretty
like
fucking hard.
you guys are almost a different team playing on Process compared to Badlands. Moving over to Trainman, I guess I'll kind of ask you guys the same thing. How do you think you played as a team and I guess individually? And yeah.
Dilly? It's just us two. Everyone else left.
Yeah,
Ugh.
everyone left. I guess Badlands is our map, and we were pretty confident that we'd do alright on it, and we were in the first half, so that was going alright, and then in the second half, I guess we just dropped the ball. I don't, like, no one got frustrated or anything, it just went downhill.
Yeah, I was really happy with like the composure of the mumble, like through the whole game. Like even getting smashed on process, everyone was calm and focused. But like they said, process is their map, and
Yeah.
it's not. I don't feel like we played particularly bad relative to how we might usually play on process. They just outclassed us all across the board on process, because we don't really play it, and they play it a lot. On Badlands, I think like we were definitely more confident that like we were stronger on that than on process relative to this team, and so it was a bit of a blow, obviously, to kind of just get crushed on all those middles on that second half. Like overall, it wasn't, I mean, it was a 5-4, but it was really just 2 or 3 rounds in a row where we just got smashed on middle and couldn't come back from that round, and it was just kind of over for us.
Yeah, I will say with map choices,
Oh, here we go.
it was not a unanimous vote to ban Granary. Like when we went over it, we know from their round results that they are good at usually Gully Wash and Process or Snake Water. So ban one of those maps, and then out of the blue we'd ban Granary. So
yeah, we were
Process,
never gonna
we
pick
were gonna ban
Granary.
Process.
Like we were never gonna pick Granary. We were trying to toss up which one to ban, Gran or Via, given that we thought you guys would be like way stronger than us on those maps. So we were like, yeah, let's not play those. But then you banned Gran for us, and the decision was made a lot easier.
God damn it.
I knew your map was Process. Like I was really kind of upset when that happened, but oh well.
So good.
All right,
I guess I have a question. The second half of Badlands, we saw a lot more crits play coming out of, and I think near the end of the first half as well, coming out of MGE. Air, what was kind of the thought process behind like, hey, we want to use crits now? Because I know we didn't see it very much in the semifinals.
I guess, like, for us, I don't know, we were generally pretty confident that we'd be able to do fine if we just came up Uber when both meds died, normally. But then, at some point, Smiso started going crits, and we were sort of... It just wasn't working, and after we lost the first half, we were like, okay, hang on a minute, let's try something different, see if it works, and the crits paid off, for the most part, I think. There was no real... Like, it was no particular decision to switch to crits specifically. It was just we needed to do something different, and we thought that might be the best option. Yeah, that's it.
Nice.
I think it was more just a reaction to us getting owned by their crits a couple of times. We were like, yeah, let's just do that as well.
Yeah, like, I don't know, we kept getting caught off guard by their crits. It was ridiculous, and then after a point we started trying to do the same thing back. It was pretty good.
So
It worked out.
Faith, as the demo man, like how are you approaching the critses?
Honestly, it's pretty random. I just want to get the med. That's all. That's about it.
Pretty good tactic.
Nice.
I hear it works a lot.
Thanks. Yeah. Not with me though. I suck.
Yeah, you do. Goddamn noob.
Alrighty, I guess a question for both teams. We'll start with MG though. What are you guys' plans for next season? Are you going to stick together as a team? Are you going to be forming new teams? What's happening with that? I guess we'll start with Air or MG.
I don't really know yet. I don't know if I'll be playing next season, but if I am, I think I'll like move to Med or Roma or something like that in like a lower div or
Move
something
to
like
Med.
that. Yeah, move to Med. Yeah, I wasn't really much of a Med this season, but yeah, I'm not really sure. I think. What did you say, Faith? You wanted to scout, I think, at some point. Yeah, and then Jack. I don't know what you're doing, but yeah, we'll see how things go. No set plans just yet.
Cool, fair enough. And Trainman, what about you guys? Are you guys going to stick together as a team and try and break into Div 1, or different plans altogether?
I guess none of us have really like talked about it or thought about it. It hasn't really been on the agenda, and obviously, like it's just me and Dilly here. We can't really speak for what the other guys are wanting to do.
Yeah.
I would be guesswork at this point. As far as I can tell, we all like each other reasonably. We all get along pretty well. But yeah, it's the winds of chance, I guess.
In terms of Trainman, I really just joined to have a go at Scout for a season, so I didn't expect to come this far, honestly. So
Cool, fair enough. Episode Kenneth, do you have any more questions for these guys?
I have one for the Trainmen guys. Where'd you get that double scout bottom right push? I'm just wondering.
oh, I was so upset that didn't work. It
Yeah,
was
that
so
was-
close.
That was horrifying to watch. That's an idea of Bunny's that he likes to rock sometimes. I don't know where he got it. Could have been anywhere, really. I doubt he came up with it by himself, but maybe I could give him that credit. He's unfortunately not here to back himself up.
Why do you ask? Do you think it's a bad play?
Oh no, it's a great play. We used it against them like 3 times in our semifinals against them last season. It was amazing. So, will Ep Snowblind any more questions?
No, I'm done pretty much.
Yeah,
Unless
me
Ep says
also.
anything.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right. We were gonna try and get your admin and Shrakt to announce the awards, but unfortunately they're not actually processed yet because the teams are not done. So they're actually gonna be out.
We haven't voted yet.
Yeah,
we'll do that eventually.
They're actually
So
gonna
it's-
be out on Tuesday, I think, is the due date. So probably announced
Yeah.
the same time as the Div ones. But in any case, we'll go through the list and grab the shoutouts. So I'll start right at the top. Air.
Shout out to my boys. We had a pretty rocky start to the season, but nailed it in the end. So I'm pretty proud of you guys. Shout out to you. Screw you, Alan. Shout out to to Trainman and all the other teams for a whole lot of really good games. It was a lot of fun. To casters, admins for doing all they do, and to some specific people like Bulk, Kingdra, and Cab. He deserves one for like being the best cheerleader you can ever ask for. So that's about it for me.
Alright, if it's my turn, yeah, just shout out to us, our team. Shout out to everyone in Div 2. And just a couple of people on my friends list. Shout out to good old V3 Jack and Deadly Hunter. Biceps, pain, and discipline. That's where it's at.
Yeah.
That's about it for me.
Okay, Thunderbird, Tickers, PJ, Cat, Leg, Sneaky Snakes, and Cab for making the team and the whole community at the start.
Right. I guess just everyone who helped me get into Trainman. I don't know. My mum's awesome. There you go.
To Faith's mum.
That's fine.
So Margaret?
Yeah, you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to everyone in mates, especially Cab. Thank you very much. Shout out to Jack. Well done this season. Shout out to the rest of the div, especially Trainman. Well played. Shout out to Truck. Shout out to our R6, especially Hawks. Shout out to V3. I love you, Kaki. And shout out to my mum.
Shout out to your mum.
Jack.
Jack, it's you.
Yeah, just shout out to mates, Trainman, the league, the teams that stayed around to the end, and yeah.
You're hacked.
Shout out to Vinty for helping us out earlier. Usual shout out to Face for helping this team out in general. And shout out to you guys, the casters, especially Kenneth, who does a lot of work for making these things happen, and they're pretty great.
Len?
Shout out to Trainman, Caleb, Gaz for my usual, Bert, Pez, yeah, and team, of course.
Yeah. I'll do mine. My boys and Kenneth for doing it all.
I'm just going to give one shout out tonight. It's going to be a big shout out to Pez for Steam phoning me and spamming me the entire cast.
Thanks a lot, buddy. Appreciate
Thanks, Joshy.
Peter.
Peter Z.
Kenneth, mate, you lost.
All right, I'll give a shout out to the teams, the casters, the admins, and all of the viewers. I think we peaked at around 150 tonight, which is it's pretty good turnout. I'd like to also give a shout out to specifically Shrek for organizing the games tonight with the servers and giving us the STV, and Rhino because he's great, and Communist because he always lets me win an MGE. And with that, we're gonna get out of here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on Tuesday at 9 o'clock. I believe that's the time that's been set so far for the Owl 11 Grand Finals of Prem, which will be ONS versus Team Immunity. So come watch. Tonberry has been very, very ready for this game. He's been showing me logs. Look how well we did against IM. And Snowblind, I'm sure you guys will put on a show, and it'll be a great game. So tune in then. With that, we'll get out of here. See you guys later.